Hello, this is Stephen Walker of 1612 Collectables Limited, and we'd just like to share with you some of the development work to date on our forthcoming 44-inch studio scale Eagle Transporter Masterpiece collection. What you're looking at here is the final three-dimensional, highly detailed model that represents somewhere in the region of 18 months of exhaustive research and development. As in the old days of model making and development of this kind of product, the starting point was to gather as much reference together as possible and to construct the most accurate and detailed representation of an Eagle Transporter. The studio scale 44-inch Eagle Transporter from season 1 that was possible. A model was generated, fettled, fine-tuned, and then this model was then taken apart and 3D scanned. The scanning then allows us to work out in a computer any fine-tuning to the details of the model. And also, more importantly, allows us to work out the way in which the model will be moulded and manufactured and cast for production. Here we see just some sections of the Eagle Transporter. I'm not sure how many parts there are on this. There are quite a significant amount. The scanning had to be of such a resolution to make sure that every single fine, minute detail was captured. If we zoom in slightly here, you can see the breakdown of things like the central pod as you work your way through, every little detail captured. Again, the scanning of this represents literally days of scanning of every single part. And as I said, what this allows us to do is to work out exactly how the model is going to be assembled in production, because lots of things have to be taken into consideration. This just isn't a matter of making a model at home that then sits on your shelf. We have to take into account things like transportation, packaging. These models are going to ship all over the world. So there are a lot of things to take into consideration in the designing of the model and the assembly of the model. Here you can see, if you take apart things like the passenger pod, the leg pods, the feet, you start to see all the components that make up, or will make up, this studio scale replica. Many, many parts. The interior cage, the side panels that will be cast independently, the hand soldered cages, which will give this model the strength that's required and the weight. The beak, which will be detachable to show a highly detailed interior. The central walkway, front walkway, underneath sections. The hand-turned aluminium engine bells. The bafflers. Again, you can start to see the kind of complexity this model represents. The Eagle Transporter, as you will all know, obviously is a wonderful design, and part of that design, the enduring design, is down to the complexity and the skeletal nature of the model, which we all sort of love and absolutely find fascinating, and an enduring design. There's a part of an original Gemini lunar capsule. So yes, one of the other things with this model, there were many weeks spent researching and obtaining kit parts for this model, original kit parts that were used on the original studio model. A lot of them still readily available, some not so much. I think in one instance we had to buy, there was a component we bought that cost on eBay something like £250 for a kit that we only then took one tiny part out of. But again, these are the lengths that we have to go to make sure that we have the most accurate tooling model, because this is the ultimate first officially licensed 44-inch studio model that has ever been, and will hopefully not be surpassed. We're delighted with the development so far. Currently we're in the casting stage, and we hope to share some of those photographs with you and video with you shortly, as long with the hand soldering of the top spine and the walkway frames, cages. So a lot more to see, and we will hopefully share it all with you very shortly. Thank you for watching, and we will speak to you soon.